All right, hello third grade. Right now you need out your notebooks. At the top we're going to put vocabulary because we are in Unit 5, Week 4. As always, be sure to put this on pause or go back and rewatch if you need to, writing down all of the vocab words and our definitions. We have 7 words today. All right, our first one, put a number 1 down, bakery. The woman puts a cake on display at the bakery. Let's say that word together. Bakery. A bakery is a place where bread, pies, cakes, and pastries are made or sold. Okay, write down bakery next to number 1 and our definition, the whole thing. Pause it if you need to. My example was, it was very sad when our bakery burnt down. That was something that was in our own town, and maybe you've been in a bakery before and you know what that is. Okay, act it out. Some of these might be tricky. We're gonna have to get really creative. So maybe pretend like you're walking in the store, or you're buying a donut, or you're eating a donut from the bakery, or maybe you're making a donut. However you would like to act that out. Awesome. Vocab word number 2 is batch. Writing down number 2. The baker displays a batch of cooled cookies. Let's say that word together. Batch. A batch is a quantity of something made at the same time. You might be saying, what's a quantity? But that could be the same word for number. So a batch is a number of something made at the same time, or we could also say amount. A batch is an amount of something made at the same time. So this is a batch because there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cookies made at the same time. We had a batch of 16 cookies. I could have went 4 times 4, like an array, to get 16 as well. All right, my mom made a batch of jelly. It doesn't just have to be cookies or bread. It can be anything made at the same time. Okay, act it out. Maybe you're putting cookies on a pan or different loaves of bread in the oven, but it's a number of something made at the same time, a batch. Great. We're going on to number 3, boils. Water boils in a pot on the stove. Let's say that word together. Boils. Boils causes a liquid to bubble and give off steam by heating it. So I see that this is on the oven and the water has bubbles and it's getting really hot. Maybe you've ever boiled water with the help of someone before. My example is, water boils when it is heated to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So again, it's on a stove, it's getting really hot, and it doesn't start bubbling until it gets to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. We know that water freezes when it gets super cold, and then water boils when it gets super hot. Okay, maybe you pretend to put water into your pot and pretend to put it on the oven and turn the oven on so it gets really hot and it starts to boil. Or maybe pretend to put your noodles in the water when it starts boiling, because we know how we get our noodles soft. Okay, great. Number 4 is braided. This is braided bread. Let's say that word together. Braided. Braided is something that is woven or twined together. Writing that down. So my example, I wasn't thinking of bread. I said, sometimes Miss Schmidt's hair is braided, right? My hair is twined or woven together in a pattern. You can see that there are 2 braids. Okay. Act it out. Even if you don't know how to braid, you can pretend to twine your hair together or something near you, or maybe your shoestrings, and they're twined and woven together. Great. Number 5 is dough. The man is kneading the dough. Let's say the word together. Dough. Dough is a soft, thick mixture of flour, liquid, and other things from which bread, biscuits, cakes, and pie crusts are made. My example was, the man tosses the dough to make a pizza crust. So he made his dough and now he's tossing it to flatten it out and make a pizza crust. You're going to have to be pretty talented to do that. Okay, for your example, maybe you're rolling your dough, maybe you're putting dough balls on a pan to make cookies, maybe you're tossing it up in the air like the chef to make the pizza crust. Dough. Okay, you have that one written down. We're already on number 6, ingredients. Flour, sugar, and vanilla are some ingredients on the table. Let's say that word together. Ingredients. So ingredients is parts of a mixture. We wrote our ingredients we needed for our recipes in this box. So that should be recipes. So remember way at the beginning of the year when you brought in your note card with your recipe? And recently we just wrote our final draft and we wrote our ingredients, what we needed to make our recipe right in this box. So maybe it was flour, maybe it was sugar, but that's our ingredients, things we needed to make our recipe. Okay, let's act it out. Maybe you pretend to go in your cabinets and you're grabbing out the salt and the flour, or maybe you're throwing your ingredients in a bowl and mixing them all together. Amazing. And last but not least, you should have a number 7 down with mixture. She added milk to the mixture of flour and eggs. Let's say that word together. Mixture. Mixture is a mixed condition. My example was trail mix is a mixture of nuts, raisins, and M&Ms. So I could pick out all of the raisins, and I could pick out all the nuts, and I could pick out all the M&Ms, and those would be separate. But if I mix, I see that word mix, if I mix them all together, it becomes a mixture because it's made of more than one thing. It's a mixture. Amazing. And if we were going to act that out, maybe you throw everything into your bowl and you start mixing and mixing and mixing, and that is a mixture. Or maybe if you ever made tie-dye on a shirt and you put a whole bunch of different colors on there, that's a mixture. Different things mixing together. Awesome job. If you need to go back and rewatch this and write any down, please do. Now I'm going to have you finish your vocab page in your packet. Keep up the amazing work, 3rd grade.